Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we're discussing Ready to Love DC Season 6, Episode 2, or Ready to Love Potomac, even though they are filming in Annapolis in downtown DC, or Ready to Bone, because all these people keep talking about is sex, instead of trying to get to know the person. Or is it Ready to Clone because half the cast look like other people from previous seasons or celebrities and I can't tell them apart? Why does all the men have to be bald and have beards and all look the same? Like, especially the past couple of seasons, like, what are we doing? Like, I can't tell anybody apart. I have no idea who's who at this point anymore. I give up. I give up at this point. I don't even look at the header anymore of the name and the age because it's all the same person back to back to back. So it just really doesn't do anything. It doesn't help me. I can't figure it out. I just don't understand. I don't understand, number one, why the season came back so soon. And I don't understand why we just can't do a different city every season. I feel like they try to do a retread of the previous season and try to make it better, except for it ends up being worse. So I feel like we need to just move on from DC and Potomac and Virginia and Maryland. We need to just move on. Move completely on. So where do I start? I mean, this whole twist of bringing in Bombshells as blind dates one by one, and it looks like there's going to be another Bombshells coming next week. I don't like it. I don't. I feel like what they did last season with Sydney and Sean was sufficient, and they actually were bombshells. You can't just be bringing any old body from the block and like, oh yeah, this is a curveball. No. I was not curved when I saw Cornelius. I was not curved at all. He was giving me London from season 2 Atlanta is what he was giving me. Like another reincarnate, another Suge Knight. Like it was just too much. It was just too much happening. And I was like, we sent home Fernando for this? Like, really? That's what we did? All right. So it was just a lot. And then Carmen, I don't know. She's not a curveball either, but she was doing the most. Like, who cares if your hair is real? Here's the thing. Men don't care if your hair is real or fake. They care if it looks put together or not. That's what matters. Whether or not it's together. You can have real hair and it could be a hot mess. You can have weave and it can look a hot mess. They care on whether or not it looks presentable. It looks put together. You look put together. That's what they care about. Because your hair should be looking so good that the men can't tell whether or not it's real or fake. So how about that? That's not a personality trait. Oh, my hair is real. Who cares? Your contacts aren't. You're scaring everybody with the blue eyes. I just couldn't. When she came on the screen, I just couldn't. And the nameplate, like, are you a rapper? Are you Salt and Pepper? Like, what is going on? This is 2022, baby girl. Like, what is happening? Like, I was just so disturbed the whole episode. I am trying so hard to give this season a chance. That's why I didn't do a review in the first episode, because I'm like, episode 2 is either going to really, set the tone on how the rest of the season is going to go, if the season is going to pick up, or if it's going to continue to be a hot mess. And we are heading towards the train wreck territory. I mean, there was just so many things that happened. Ace is giving me Naya vibes from Ready to Love Houston. And it's just like, okay, what is the casting process? Does the casting process just have like a billboard of what all of the previous contestants looked like from past seasons? And they're like, okay, this person looks like London, let's cast him. All right, this person looks like Naya, let's cast them. All right, this person looks like, Teddy Riley, let's cast him. This person looks like Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, let's cast her. Like, was that the process? Because I feel like they spent more time on just casting lookalikes and casting clones than actually casting people who are actually actually ready to love, because nobody in this cast looks to be ready to love. Very few people do. Very few people do. I was so disturbed at the gentleman, the real estate guy, who was saying, can I touch, do you want your kidneys to be touched? I was like, what? I was like, what is happening? What is going on? What is going on? Like, foul, flag on the play, stop it, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, like, stop it all, stop the madness. What are you saying, sir? What? And then Wiley revealed tonight that he is the son of Chuck Brown and didn't want to lead with that and this and that. And I feel like he has a strong contender to make it to the end. However, I can't read on who exactly he likes. And I also feel like Joy and Clifton are probably going to most likely be one of the final couples, because they seem locked in already from the jump. So I think they definitely are going to be one of the final couples for sure. Zakiya, I don't know if it's you guys or if it's just me, but she looks so much like Safari from Flavor of Love, and I cannot unsee it. Every time I see her, I'm like, Safari from Flavor of Love, Flav. Like, that's what it is giving me. Because I don't know, and are the men all comedians this season? Because I don't believe they're day jobs. I don't believe that they're all government consultants or what have you. I don't believe that Paul is a parole officer. I feel like he's retired and he's playing a game. Like, I just cannot take him seriously, and I cannot take some of his views because they come off really misogynistic, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot with Paul. I hope he's eliminated next week because he's not giving. And I really don't think the women are feeling him like that. They seem uncomfortable around him. I like Laverne. I think Laverne definitely has a good chance to make it to the end. However, I'm confused about Mr. Laverne because he said at first when he met Carmen and they both found out that they have the Air Force in common because they always have to cast somebody from the military or ex-military. However, the past couple of seasons they had been casting people who had PTSD. So at least for this season they stayed away from that, of nobody having PTSD, at least not that we know of as of yet. And they both were in the Air Force. They both like to work out. And then I guess Laverne is really proud of his body because then he like stands up for, you know, Carmen to look at his butt, and then she grabs his booty cheeks. Like, it was just too much. It was like, what is going on? What is happening with the show? What are we doing? What are we doing? There was just so much happening that was just a hot mess, and I just couldn't take it. I could not take it. So then, you know, why are these dates so freaking cheap? Like, these dates are a train wreck. Listen, I've been to DC plenty of times. I have family in DC. I have worked projects in DC, and they are not showing what DC really has to offer. They are not giving ping pong dates, like just at a local bar. Like, it's just giving nothing. You know, going to a golf range at a pub. Like, it's all just, it's just not giving. Like, what was the budget for production? Because it just looks as though they just went to the same places they did last season and got comped for it. Like, that's what it's giving me. Like, they're probably all going to be at the National Harbor for the finale as well. Like, that's what this season is giving. Like, I just don't understand. These dates are so incredibly boring. We're getting nothing of substance out of them. Everybody's leading with sex. And it's like, obviously, nobody is ready to love. They just want to find out who is down to hook up throughout the process and then just end up choosing whoever they have the best chemistry with at the end. That's really all it's giving. So it's just frustrating as a viewer because it's like, we really needed a break because it's getting to the point where it's stressful for us to watch. Like, it's too many bearded bald men. It's too much sex talk. It's just too much ratchet. It's too much everything. Like, I can't. Then one thing that disturbed me, because this week was the female elimination, and so while the men were deliberating with Tommy, they made all of these inappropriate jokes about Sakia and how, she is down to have sex or whatever. And then Paul made a disgusting comment talking about, oh yeah, after 9 p.m., she likes to be thugged out. What? She likes to be thugged out. What? I was done. I was so done after that. And Tommy was like, yeah, I'm going to need to get you some water. I am going to need to get you some water because you sound very thirsty right now, dude. Who says that? Who describes a woman as, oh, she looks like she likes to be thugged out? Who says something like that? That is just so descriptive. I just couldn't. I was so done. He needed to just be eliminated for that stupid comment right there. I was just over it. And then Laverne, I don't know what's going on. Because 1 minute he's all about Carmen. Then the next minute at deliberations with the men, he's saying Naya is Michelle Obama, Oprah, Beyonce wrapped into one. And Wiley's like, she's not giving me that. Like, she's not giving me that energy. Like, it was just crazy how quickly. Oh, not Naya. Ace, I mean. See, this is what I mean. Ace is such a dead ringer for Naya that now I'm calling her Naya. But Ace is who Laverne is saying is the Michelle Obama, Oprah, and Beyonce wrapped all into one. And Wiley was like, huh? I couldn't get her talking past yoga. Like, all she wanted to talk about was yoga. So it ends up being the bottom two are Naya, aka Ace. And Tiffany, aka Maxine Shaw, attorney at law. Like, I could not. And then of all people, they have Paul deliver the news, and I was just done. And Wiley was on a date to deliver Ace her news on whether or not she was staying. And it was funny because I think at first, like, Tiffany was trying to enjoy herself, but then things just like quickly went left. And then Paul basically told her she's not ready to love, and she was pissed. But honestly, this is the best thing for her because none of those people there are ready to love anyway, so you're not missing anything. And so I think she was more pissed that she had to call her own Uber, because had she known this was going to be a quick in and out for her, she could have probably just took her own car. Had she known. But yeah, I felt like, maybe she wanted something, real that was beyond what these men could provide and comprehend. But to just try to come for her unnecessarily, like, I don't see it. And then I saw a couple of people on social media comparing her to Camille, and she is nothing like Camille. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's actually an insult to Tiffany. Tiffany, I didn't mind. I just felt she was, on a fast track to marriage, and that's not really what this show's about. So therefore, it scared the men essentially because they're not looking for marriage right now. They're not. There's only, how many couples are still together from all 6 seasons, right? So we still have Mario and Riva from season 2. And then we have, from, what is it, season 3? Season 3, Rashid and Simone. And then season 5, we have, right now at least, Aisha and Dante and maybe Sydney and Phil. But I don't even know if they're still together, because I don't know. Like, I'm unsure about the vibes that they're giving off as of late. So, but yeah, so technically that's 3, maybe 4 couples, if that, out of 6 seasons that are, still together, at least for now. So I don't know moving forward. I hope we have some better bombshells that come next week. But I am fine with Paul being eliminated next week because he is just too thirsty for me. He is doing way too much, and he is just so inappropriate with the comments. So inappropriate with the comments. So, and it's a shame that Clifton is doing the bare minimum, but he's doing more than the other men in the group, that it seems as though he's like a gold star. Like, wanting to spend more time to talk to Joy, like giving the compliments, giving her a hug. Like, that should just be automatic for men. But there's just been so much chaos as of dating lately, to where people want to do the bare minimum to still get maximum, results on your end. And so it was just nice to see somebody at least taking the initiative. But then I had a problem. I think it was Tiffany that asked Wiley, should I ask you out on a date or should I call you for a date? Like, that's when I just knew she was going to be a goner, because I'm like, what is going on? Like, why are you having to ask this man to ask him out on a date when he should be the one asking you out on a date? That should have told you right there that your days and your time was numbered. So, I can't get a read on who Wiley actually likes. It kind of just seems like he's just here so that he's not fined. So I have no idea. We did not see a lot of Sabrina this episode, so I'm hoping we get to see more of her, because I feel like she's one that might get to the end, but I don't know with who. I don't know if it's going to be with the real estate gentleman, or if there's going to be a surprise and it's going to be somebody else. So, but I feel like she is almost a shoo-in for the final as well. I just don't know who her guy is that it's going to be. But I know for a fact Joy and Clifton have the finale on lock, unless something drastic happens. But as of now, they are the early favorites to at least be one of the final couples. And the jury's really still out on everybody else. Laverne right now is between Ace and Carmen. So I guess we'll see what comes of that. I don't think Paul's getting to the end. I think he needs to go like yesterday. So he'll be gone soon. But yeah, I hope we get better bombshells, aka curveballs, next week. And go from there. So we'll see how that goes. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know your guys' thoughts. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you think it was better than episode 1? How do you think they're doing with the curveball twist this season? How do you think they're doing with the dates this season? What do you think of the men? Everybody is giving me Teddy Bear, everybody is giving me Barry White, and and bald head and beards, and I'm just confused. I can't tell them apart, like I said. So but it's just giving me Season of the Clones once more. And just low energy, low hanging fruit, just people wanting to know whether or not people are down to have sex or not. And so it's not entertaining as a viewer, because at least on some of these dating shows, they at least make an effort to want to get to know things about you, what your attributes are, what some qualities you look for in a person that you date, what are some of your deal breakers. Like, we aren't even having those conversations anymore. It's right off the bat, oh, I need to know whether or not you're celibate. Oh, I need to know whether or not I can touch your kidneys. What? And I need to know, and from our conversation, I know she likes to be thugged out after 9 p.m. Like that whole energy this episode is telling me where the direction of the season is heading. Where pretty much this episode was whether or not people had the green light to hook up. And then once things start to go left, when they're hooking up with multiple people, is when we're really going to see the drama on the screen, when they choose somebody else over the other person that they were hooking up with on the low. So I guess more to come on that. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again very soon.